Toddy, what shall we do? Sinzinjan,
what shall we do?
I feel like we have such a short time here on Earth that if you're not willing to risk each day or each year or each decision, then why, you know, like if you fail, you're no worse off, right? Because I believe that if you look through history, those are the people who actually made history or changed it. And Billy Graham, you know, a couple years ago, I read an article and they said, what do you regret about your journey, about everything you've done? And he said, I wish that I risked more, because the God that I serve, you know, not only requires that, but will bless that. He blesses the people who risk more and risk often, and not to be stupid or unwise about the decisions you make, but when faced with that challenge, you know, risk it. The thing for Chisomo idea or anything is that every journey and story is different, and that's why, you know, whether it's like one-on-one, like every human's different, and the human experience is very unique in that we constantly measure ourselves to one another, and that's how we gauge our importance or our talent or our worth. But it's like such a deception that I think that's like the one thing that God would really want us to realize, is that you aren't better or worse than anyone else. There's no comparison. You are created to be you. And so in the same way, I think that nonprofits or movies or whatever, it's, you don't compare it to anyone else. Chisomo Idea's version and a DNA is gonna look unlike anything else. And when you realize that to its fullest potential, that is when the story becomes like very attractive and interesting and compelling. And the challenge, of course, is to how to tell your own story. It's cool what you guys are doing. It's super inspiring, and it's true that I always think that, like, there is, you know, a vision or an idea I had, which is like Invisible Children plays a puzzle piece in a much larger puzzle piece, and you guys are totally a part of that, and so many other organizations and nonprofits are as well. And in my opinion, and from traveling throughout Africa and stuff, Chisomo Idea and others are the ones that are doing the work that so many people won't do. You are in the shadows of between governments and other large nonprofits that aren't able to work, and so that really is monumental. Because you are such a unique example of what it means to understand both cultures and mindsets, and to really look at it through a lens that very, very few people have. You know, and I think that you realize that, and you feel that responsibility of stepping into the shoes that God put before you and say, this is my story, my journey. It's a really powerful one.